People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, there's a saying. Every day that the bucket goes to the well, one day the bottom is going to drop out. What am I speaking about? I am speaking about a very serious incident that occurred in a place called Glengoff. Glengoff is in St. Catherine. A man was found laying on his back. He was supposed to be looking up in the sky at the stars. However, all of his roof was gone, his crown was gone. He has been identified as a man known as Bigaras. Based on the background check from the street, Bigaras is what you would call Tom Trouble. That means is a man whose name has been calling up, not for anything good, for stuff that are very despicable, such as always in a FIGHT with people, always a rush people with all sorts of farm utensil, kitchen utensil, always a bad up people, and even worse, his name was being called up on a very despicable act in which his stepdaughter, it is said that he had touch up the little picnic. Now people, you know how Jamaica run when it comes to Tarzan and Jane and the little monkey. Certain things, the punishment is going to exceed the crime. When you touch up little picnic, when you jump over the fence or old lady, especially when you have a bad reputation, especially when you were walking on the edge, you was living on borrowed time. That borrowed time had expired on Bigaras because of his atrocities, the deeds that he has done. It is said that in the night, people heard all sorts of loud EXPLOSIONS. And people, when you live in the garrison and you hear those, you know, say, maybe you need to get flat, crawl under the bed, under the table, whatever. Wait till it calm down. Wait till you hear all sorts of commotion outside, and then you go outside and you look. When the people go outside after the SMOKE cleared, they saw Bigaras laying on his back. Like I said, his roof was gone, convertible down. Everybody attack, but nobody nah say nothing. People knew that, listen, the writing was already on the wall. Sooner or later, Tommy Trouble, Bigaras, was going to have to pay the piper. Sooner or later, the angels of DEATH, the garrison, Grim Reaper, was going to come for his soul. And people, his soul is resting with the devil in the abyss of hell. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it seems as if some of these criminal elements in Jamaica, they are delusional. They don't listen to the songs done by artists such as Jacure, that prison is no bed of roses. They think that prison is a place where you can have your meal, special order your meal, have it your way like Burger King or McDonald's. I am speaking about an incident or a case that was in front of the court in St. James, Montego Bay the other day, where a man was accused of joking a pawpaw in his eye, no HOMO. I am speaking about a kitchen utensil or some sorts of ratchet, some sorts of sharp object. Now this case was put off because one of the witnesses did not show up. However, here are the details of the case. It is said that a day before the incident in question, he ordered a specific food, or he requested a specific food from the officer. However, when the meal was served, like a disgruntled customer, he had objection. So therefore, he started to act boisterous. Him started to CUSS out the popo. He threatened that he go run something in the police face or eye. He might run something through him. That was the day before. One thing about this man, he was delusional. However, he kept his word. It is said the day after he fulfilled those promises. Needless to say, he was already locked up in the penal institution. So it was just a matter of paperwork, doing the due diligence, getting everything in order. He was charged. He went to courts. Now, people, when you listen to stuff like this, we have to ask the question, can you imagine somebody like this in the free world? If this man is in a penal institution and he don't know the stern rules and regulation as it exists, that pretty much wherever you get, that you take. You get limited bathroom breaks, limited shower time, no source of freedom or access to the free world, and the food is pretty much slab. So therefore, that you get, that you take, or you just do without. There is no sorts of special order. No sorts of adjustments are going to be made for you. You are not entitled to nothing, none at all. You should be lucky that you even get food. Because based on this man's action, this man should pretty much be in some sorts of DEAD yard. Because it is obvious that he has no sorts of possibility of rehabilitation. Because even after him get locked up, you would think that he would be calm. This man actually had the balls, the audacity to be complaining that his meal was not served as he requested. Don't know if he did not get enough smoker's jelly upon him toast. Don't know if his egg was over hard when he ordered over medium. Me not really know the specific. One thing that I do know, Jamaica is a better place with this man off the street. However, the sad reality is that there are many more just like him. However, when we can get one, that is good enough. A win is a win is a win. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called, the higher the monkey climbs is the more that he is exposed. I am speaking about a young man, 39-year-old at the time he met his demise. Government name, France Morris. France is from Flankers in Montego Bay. He is more affectionately known in the dancehall space as Unknown Gringo. He is from Flankers, Montego Bay, like I said. However, he has been living in Trelawney, Retreat Heights, which is the uppity part of Trelawney. However, a couple of days ago, he met his demise in a place called Rock Trelawney. They rocked his world. He pretty much hit rock bottom. Based on the Popo report, it is said that the artist was driving on the Rock Main Road when he was pounced upon by some men in a vehicle that pretty much pepper sprayed his vehicle with some hot corn. When he realized what was going on, him tried to press pedal to the metal, going too fast. I guess those things that hit him up made him lose consciousness. He would lose control. He would flip a couple of times. When the car came to a screeching halt, the men alighted from out their vehicles and made sure that they finished the job. They sprayed him up a couple more times, pretty much the final nail in his pre-coffin. Them jump in our car, them escape, out of sight, out of mind. You and I know that whenever anything like that occurs in Jamaica, once you can flee the scene of the crime, the possibilities of you getting caught is even lesser. The fact that this man's name has been calling up. This man is the subject of many operations. This man is known to the Popo for being entangled in a lottery scamming. People, this is based on what the Popo said. This is not what I said. Now there's a thing that is called, the higher that the monkey climbs is the more that he is exposed. And what this means is that this artist is known for his flashy lifestyle. This artist is always seen on social media promoting himself, however, flossing, showing off his ASS. That is always a recipe for disaster. That is not a recipe for success. Unless, of course, you determine success by the amount of gold diggers and buffoon that you can get with your action. This also draws the people that hate you. This also draws your rivals. This also draws the people that think that you might owe them. You have some unfinished business. Now, people, I don't know if this man was flying straight. However, in this business, where thief don't like to see thief with long bags, there is no sort of honor amongst thief. You can be the best or you can be the worst. The result is usually the same thing. Two destination doom. One worse, one not so worse. We are talking about the big yard or the graveyard. Now we see a lot of people doing all sorts of interview, and people are sympathetic. People are say, John Star, the artist, I want good youth. The artist never deserve it. The artist rich already. Yes, he is rich. Me can't object to that. However, you cannot bank on illegal money, illicit money. Once you have not worked hard for anything, whenever you lose it, it is just a part of the game. And whenever you are in the game, be drugs or chopping, this is always something that could happen. This is a likely scenario that is going to unfold. And people, for unknown, this is what unfold. He was hit up by some unknown assailants. So people, the moral of the story is this. If you live by the GUN, that is what is going to more than likely take you out. If you live by the CHOPPING, somebody is going to take you off the CHOPPING block. So therefore, it is going to be happy riddance, condolence to the family, mother that love him, kids that love him. However, sometimes these people are the beneficiaries of the proceeds of crime. These people, the person that they love, have made or might have made many mothers cried. Many other people lose them life. So therefore, thief from thief, God laugh. It is just a part of the trade. Whatever that you do, the good that you do, it will follow you. The bad that you do, it will always haunt you. Karma has no sort of expiration date. Karma does not wait until you leave out of the chopping and you transition into the dancehall and say that, yeah, I am going to be good now. I'm a reformed chopper turned dancehall artist. This is my redemption. This is my rehabilitation. This is the second phase of my life. People, it does not work like that. And a lot of these dancehall chopper artists, GUNMEN artists, it seems as if they don't learn from the mistakes of others. And like I've always said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. A wise man learns from his mistake. However, a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. However, in this chopping thing, it seems as if as one gone, and next 10 rise. Everybody's goals and aspirations are to be atop of the podium pole as a top chopper, the man himself. However, everybody always ends up in two places. Destination doom. I am speaking about the big yard or the graveyard. Sometimes you get both. Point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.